Hello, everyone. DSP here. And once again, it is time for us to partake in delicious food for another episode of DSP Tries It. DSP Tries It. So, today we're doing something interesting. Just a couple of days ago, Taco Bell launched a new menu. Wow, they never do that, right? This menu is supposed to feature spice. The whole idea of the menu is hot, okay? They have a new burrito that's called the Fritos Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito that's supposed to feature flamin' hot Fritos in this burrito with other ingredients. There's also a new menu featuring Frank's Red Hot sauce, and apparently they have a brand new exclusive sauce that's only at Taco Bell, Frank's Red Hot Diablo sauce. So, Diablo is what they call their hottest sauce at Taco Bell. So this is supposed to be the Frank's Red Hot version of that. And they're doing tacos, burritos, and a loaded nachos. Nacho fries, that is, I should say. So I chose the burrito, which has a chicken tender in it, and I chose the nacho fries, okay? So we're going to try all those items here together today. Let's see if they're any good. Let's see if they're even right, because I didn't open the bag yet. Help if I could open the bag. There we go. Okay, so first off, wow, not very many napkins. It's a good thing that I have a lot of napkins here in the studio to eat because, Taco Bell is typically pretty messy. So I'm glad that I have more than just the 4 napkins they just gave me. They did give me a fork. That's nice of them. Here, okay, this is supposed to be their Frank's Red Hot Diablo Nacho Fries. Okay, at first glance, I see some interesting things in there. To be honest, it looks like it's a lot of plain fries and not a lot of toppings. I'm not sure that's going to be worth what I paid for it. Wait till you hear what I paid for it. Okay, so that's that. Well, that's a problem. These are the 2 burritos. Do you notice something? They didn't label them. They're not labeled at all. I have no idea which burrito is which. They look exactly the same. They're the same size, the same tortilla. So how would I know what I'm eating? Also, if you want a good laugh, you're going to get a good laugh out of this, okay? I'm not going to taste yet, but I'm going to tell you what I paid for this. Are you ready for this? This nacho fries, $7. $7 for this. A side of fries with toppings, okay? These burritos each, I'm not kidding you, were $8.50. In what realm of reality do the people who run Taco Bell live? Do these look like $8.50 burritos? Do you see how skinny that is? You see how they flattened it? I wouldn't even call this a burrito. I would call this a toasted wrap because that's exactly what it is. It's a wrap that they put on a press. This is not a burrito. There's not enough ingredients in here to constitute a burrito. This is ridiculous. This is insanely overpriced food right now. Okay, seriously. Ridiculous, over the top, insanely expensive for no reason. So here's the thing. What do we start with when we don't even know what we're eating? I guess we'll start with the fries because at least we know what the fries are, right? Okay, so hold on one second while I adjust my camera. Okay, so let's take a look at these fries up close first before we taste them. That's right. If you remember, I got steak nuggets recently from Arby's for around the same price as these. I'll argue that that's more food. Seriously. Here, let's get the bag out of the way. So, Here are their loaded Frank's Red Hot Diablo Nacho Fries. Let's see what's actually in this. First of all, I gotta be careful because I can see that there's sauce right there, which means they didn't do this very, very cleanly at all. They were probably sloppy getting this together. All right. How am I supposed to get this open without making a mess? It doesn't open. Look, I'm breaking it to open it. I actually had to snap the plastic to open the lid. Some great packaging there. Okay, so, wow. That just looks amazing and appetizing, doesn't it? $7 for that. It's basically a fries you could put into a small fry container with a few things on top. I definitely see chunks of chicken. I see some tomato. I see some cheese. I'm assuming some of the red coloring must be the red hot sauce. Okay. Let me look at this up close, actually. I see some onion. Okay, this is weird. So you would look at this and you'd be like, oh, that must be, very, very flavorful, right? It smells like nothing. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm smelling it right now. I'm like, it doesn't have a scent. Well, I hope that's not representative of the flavor. It has no scent. What the hell? Here, I'm going to try to dry some of this sauce on the edge that leaked because I don't want this sauce going all over my setup here. Okay? All right. Here we go. How does it have no scent to it at all? All right, here. I'm going to take a couple tastes. Let's taste a fry from the side. Looks like there's nothing on this fry. It might just be a seasoned fry. It's the standard Taco Bell fry. Has a little bit of seasoning on the edge. It's chewy. It's not crispy. It's not going to be crispy. There's nothing special about that. What is this? Is this a piece of chicken? I just supposed to be a piece of chicken. I don't know if the sauce is on it. Oh, the sauce is on it. So it's supposed to be Diablo. It's not that hot at all. There's a little bit of a kick to it, but not that much. Maybe I just didn't get a lot of the sauce. The chicken is the typical chicken you get there. Has a little bit of seasoning on it. Marinated or whatever. It's just okay. It's not great. Here, let me try. I'm going to fork some of this pile of toppings that we're seeing here, along with a piece of chicken. Let's see what that tastes like together. Again, is there some sauce on there? Yes. Is it spicy? Not really. Just a tiny bit of spice, not much. Here, let's try this fry, which was literally in the middle, covered in some kind of sauce. It's covered in the sauce. Okay? It's not hot. Like I said, I think they didn't put nearly enough sauce or toppings on here for it to be spicy. If you're going to have it spicy, you have to put more of the sauce on there. Perhaps the sauce itself is kind of spicy, but there's just not enough on here. That is not spicy in any way, shape, or form. The shame is, I think the sauce actually tastes pretty good. You know how a good hot sauce has a tanginess to it and a vinegariness, but then it has a heat? It has all of those things, but I'm just getting so little of it that I can't really taste it that well. That piece of chicken I just ate had no hot sauce on it at all. Wow, they screwed this up. What's the point of ordering a new hot sauce nacho fry if it doesn't have enough of the hot sauce on it? It's not great. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not good. It needs more heat. It doesn't have enough flavor. Man, disappointment. It's weird because it looks like there's a lot of sauce on there, doesn't it? I'm telling you, it's not hot. I don't have a super hot heat tolerance. I don't. I don't have a good heat tolerance. I can't eat spicy Indian food, spicy Asian food. It's too hot for me. This is like, if I were to rate this on a 0 to 10, I'd say this is a 2 of heat. 2 heat level out of 10. How is this a new hot sauce? Here, look. Right here, this fry is doused in the sauce, completely doused in it. Okay? How is that Diablo? It's not hot. I want heat. I bought this because it said it was hot. Disappointing slop is what this is. The fries are fine. The fries are soggy, but they have flavor to them. The chicken is the typical marinated chicken. Their pico de gallo isn't real pico de gallo. It's fake. It has no flavor. There's a little bit of shredded cheese. The sauce is supposed to be spicy and isn't. Very disappointing. Okay. Well, they couldn't get that right. All right. Let's see what the burritos are like. Now, I would say, hey, let's try this one first, but I literally don't know what I'm trying because they didn't bother labeling the burritos. So I guess we'll pick the left burrito first and see what this one is like, right? Let's see what's on the left burrito, folks. Or are you more of a right burrito person? Would you start with the right burrito? Me, I go left to right like how I read, okay? Okay, so. Oh, no, people are saying I picked the woke burrito. Oh, no, well, let's go. Let's see what a woke burrito is like. Oh, what? Okay. Well, I think I know what it is. This must be the grilled cheese burrito because the entire bottom is covered in cheese. Look at that. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know that they actually grilled cheese on the outside of the burrito. Why do they do that? They can't put it in? What is going on? What is this food? I've never had this one before. Obviously, I've never seen that before. Cheese on the outside of the burrito. Why? What purpose does that serve? Because now if I'm going to pick it up, look, I have to pick it up in a weird way because if I don't, I get cheese all over my hand and my hand's covered in grease. This is weird. Why did they do it like that? Well, here we go. So this must be look how thin this is. Look at this. I wouldn't even call this a wrap. I wouldn't call this a burrito. I wouldn't call it a wrap. It's like a flat. It's a flat from Taco Bell. So, it's supposed to have Fritos Flamin' Hot chips in it. Plus, it's supposed to have the grilled cheese and a bunch of ingredients. I don't even know what else. All right. Oh my God. All right, here we go. The only flavor I got was sour cream. That was it. That entire bite was beef. They're seasoned beef. So one half is sour cream, one half is seasoned beef. Okay? That bite again tasted like all sour cream. I do see some chips are coming up, but we're nearly halfway through the burrito, and we haven't gotten any of these Fritos chips yet. Okay. That was all beef. Again. Okay, we're halfway into the burrito where we actually get to the Flamin' Hot Fritos, which is the name of the item. So, you know what I tasted? Regular Fritos. And then I'm getting a burn on my tongue on the back end, but it's not flavor. It's just burn. So there's no actual like hot flavor in there. It's just plain corn chip flavor and then burn on the tongue. That's lame. So if I were to eat these chips, same thing. I would pop this into my mouth and I'd taste, oh, it's a regular Frito. Then all of a sudden my tongue would burn and that's the chip. Well, that's incredibly lame. That's not good. That's really pathetic, actually. All I taste is corn chip, and now I'm tasting the meat, and that's it. I don't even taste the cheese. The sour cream's gone. The sour cream was up here, I guess, and it's gone now because it was in 2 bites. It was all in 2 bites. I'm getting a little bit of burning on my tongue, and that's about it. Man. Now that I'm at the bottom, there's rice. See the rice? So there is some rice at the bottom. It's their typical seasoned rice. Is this burrito spicy? No. The chips have a little bit of spice, but that's so I tasted the meat by itself. I tasted the rice by itself. I tasted the chip, just the chip, no actual flavor on the chip, just the chip, a little bit of heat on my tongue. That's it. The sour cream and meat are all gone now, by the way. They were all on one side of the burrito. Yikes. Here's the bottom. A little bit more meat. It's very dry now. Like it started off good because you had the bites of sour cream. Now the sour cream's completely gone. It's dry. It's so weird. You're absolutely right, Bookworm. Every bite has tasted different. First it was sour cream, then meat, then sour cream, then meat, then the saltiness of a Frito, then some heat, then some rice flavoring. It's the weirdest burrito ever because none of it has been consistently spread out. So when you eat a pocket of an ingredient, all you taste is that one ingredient. You can't taste any of the flavors together because they didn't make the burrito like that. Man. Man. Well, that was not good. Absolutely not. Very disappointing. So that was the Flamin' Hot Fritos grilled cheese burrito. Insanely disappointing. By the way, again, $8.50 for that. For that. Okay, so we're going to move on to the second burrito, but for the record, my hand is greasy. I've been trying to wipe it here. My hand is greasy because the cheese that was on the outside of that burrito. I have no idea why they put the cheese on the outside of that. It was so stupid. It serves no purpose, and now my hand is all yucky from touching it, you know? Okay. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. Use real napkins, you know, paper towels. That's what you should be using. Okay, seriously? Not their crappy double, triple recycled garbage thin, like tissue napkin that doesn't do anything. I'm going to use a real paper towel and actually clean my hand. That's what I like, the double, triple recycled napkin that's already been used by 7 customers before me. Anyway. All right, now we're moving on to the main event. Likely, if you're going to try this new Frank's Red Hot menu, this is what you're going to get. This is the Frank's Red Hot Diablo Chicken Burrito. So it has a chicken tender in there, along with the Frank's Red Hot sauce and other ingredients. What are they? I have no idea. So let's find out. The paper is stuck to the tortilla. That's not a good sign. Wow. There it is. $8.50. $8.50 for this tiny sucker. They call this a burrito. It's not a burrito. All right, ready? Here we go. First bite, literally all I got was tortilla and the very end of one of the tenders, so I got a little bit of the breading flavor. I did not get any chicken. So let's try again. That bite, I got some of the chicken, and I got burrito, and an insanely small amount of hot sauce. So small that the only reason I know that's the hot sauce is because I ate the fries and it had more of it on there. Can't really taste it at all. All right, let's go for a third bite. That bite, I got chicken, tortilla, and their sad excuse of what they seem to call pico de gallo is in the end of the burrito there. The tomato's completely flavorless. The lettuce is completely flavorless. All you feel is a plant crunch in your mouth, but there's no flavor in it. Okay, let's go for bite number 4. 3 bites in to our Frank's Red Hot Burrito. Man, it's really hot, isn't it? All right, bite number 4. It looks like there's some red cabbage in this end. I think that's red cabbage. And that's where they put all the hot sauce. So with that bite, I got mostly cabbage, tortilla, and just a little bit of hot sauce. So a tiny bit of heat is now sitting on my tongue, but no flavor yet. Just the heat. Let's take another bite from that direction. Maybe I'll get some hot sauce. No. I'm still waiting. There's like almost no sauce on this burrito. Do you see there's a little bit there? There's almost none on it. This is the Frank's Red Hot Diablo Burrito. There's no sauce on it. Where's the sauce? I'm half done. There's still no sauce. So is that bite number 5? Bite number 6? Finally, I reached some sauce. You could see some on the end there. I got a small amount of heat in my mouth, but mostly what I could taste is the cabbage The chicken, I'll be honest, the chicken's not bad. These chicken tenders, I haven't had them yet. They remind me of the chicken nuggets that we tried last year. And I said, man, these chicken nuggets are actually good. Why does Taco Bell have good chicken nuggets? The tenders taste exactly the same. And that's a good thing. I'm actually not criticizing that. Their tenders taste pretty good. So that's not bad at all. The chicken's flavorful, seasoned. The batter has a crunch and a flavor to it. They said that they're supposed to be tortilla flavored. I don't know if they are, but it definitely has a crunch to it. That's pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. But all I taste is cabbage, chicken, and tortilla. A little bit of heat is on my tongue, but I do not taste the sauce. There's so little in here. It's actually quite dry because there's just not enough sauce. They attempted to put some on here. There's not enough at all. They should have doubled the amount of sauce on this burrito, and then maybe it would have been attempted to have some heat and flavor. But it just tastes like chicken. They literally threw 2 chicken tenders in a tortilla and pretended like it was some special thing. There's nothing else in here that has flavor. Wow. Here's the thing. I said that these fries didn't have enough sauce on them. These fries arguably have 2 to 3 times as much sauce on them than this burrito has in the burrito. So even though the sauce isn't strong enough to be considered hot here it's just a joke. You'll never get an actual burn in your mouth with the amount of sauce that they put on that burrito. It's impossible. This is just silly. And we're at the end. All vegetables at the end. That's it. Look. Do you see any sauce? It's just vegetables at the end. There's no sauce. So, what happened? Really? I want to know what happened. That's about my reaction right now to what I just ate. That's the burrito coming towards my mouth, and that's my reaction to it right there. That's supposed to be hot. Frank's Red Hot. What was red hot about what I just ate? Nothing. They didn't give you enough of any hot sauce for there to actually be a heat level designation. There's so little hot sauce in that I could never call that hot. Mild. Maybe if you don't have a palate for spice, it's medium. Okay? But I've had mild salsas at Mexican restaurants that are spicier than anything that I just ate right there, and that's supposed to be red hot. Diablo. Diablo heat, everyone. It's just a fry with a little bit of this sauce on it, and the sauce isn't hot. How do you make a red hot sauce that's not hot? I'm so confused. They were claiming this to be Diablo heat, which is their hottest level that they have available in the store. Diablo. Diablo. If the devil is this spice level, if the devil came up in my face I would slap him across his and tell him to go away because he's a sissy. There's nothing spicy about this. I'm shocked that it's so not hot at all. It's a joke. These fries are not good, man. Soggy. Bland. Not hot at all. I'm only eating because I'm hungry because this is my dinner, but this is not very good at all. Wow. All right, let's rate this disaster, okay? This is pretty sad, man. So, what a great episode, huh? The Frank's Red Hot Diablo nacho fries, even though supposedly they have a ton of sauce on them, the sauce is not hot. It's mild, okay? Has that little bit of, if you ever had hot sauce before, you get that little bit of tanginess to it, that little bit of vinegary flavor to it, but then you get some burning on your tongue. But the problem is it's just not flavorful enough to hold a plate of soggy fries. And the fake pico de gallo that they put on top of it doesn't help. It has no flavor at all. So even though they put that on top, it absolutely adds nothing. So all they did was they took a small fries, went, and then took the sauce and went, and then said, oh, pico, here you go, $7. Well, what's the cost of the small fry? If the small fry is $6.50, then maybe that makes sense. But if the small fry is like $4, they just charge you $7 for that, you got massively ripped off. And again, you just saw everything that I just ate. Do I look like I'm hot and in distress right now from heat? Not at all. It's just not spicy. It's like very low level of spice, okay? So, I'm going to give their Frank's Red Hot Diablo nacho fries a 2 out of 5, okay? 2 out of 5 for that. The first burrito, which was the Flamin' Hot Fritos grilled cheese burrito. Number one, there's no reason to have cheese on the outside of your burrito. All it does is make your hand greasy. That's a deduction of points. None of the ingredients were distributed properly whatsoever in the burrito. Every bite was a pocket of one ingredient. Meat, sour cream. Meat, sour cream. Bland chips that have a little bit of spice. Rice, rice, rice. Done. That's not how you make a burrito. The idea is to try to have all the flavors combined as you eat it, or else you can't taste what it's intended to be like. So if you're an idiot who makes a burrito wrong, you ruin the experience for the person who's eating it. Okay? Now, as for those flavors, nothing stood out. All right? Definitely the meat has flavor. I would argue that's the most flavorful thing that was in that burrito was the meat. The sour cream is literally just sour cream. Okay, nothing special, no extra flavor. The chips I'm actually disappointed at. I thought the chips would have like a seasoning or a flavoring. No, it just tastes exactly like a Frito, and then all of a sudden your tongue burns. That's not flaming hot flavor to me. That's just spice, like burn, but not spice. You know what I'm saying? Burn, but not spice. I want spice, flavor, not just burning on my tongue. The rice was just regular rice. So overall, that burrito was a massive disappointment. $8.50 for that burrito delivered. I give that burrito a 1 out of 10, or excuse me, a 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. That's what it receives. 1 point out of 5. Now let's talk about the Frank's Red Hot Diablo chicken burrito. I think it was supposed to have an attempt to have flavor. Like I said, it had their pico de gallo. It had some shredded cabbage. It definitely had 2 chicken tenders in there, and the tenders actually tasted good. Okay, I will give it that. The major problem I have is that there was not nearly enough sauce in that burrito to make it appetizing. If you're going to make it a red hot burrito, you have to put double that amount of sauce in there so that you can taste the sauce. every bite, where's the sauce? Where's the sauce? Where's the sauce? I'm getting to the end of the burrito. I'm still waiting for the sauce. That's the whole idea of the burrito. Or else just go get their regular chicken burrito. Why are you getting the one that's supposed to be called Frank's Red Hot? So again, when you make a burrito, you have to make it right. If you don't, you screw up the flavor for the consumer, and then they don't enjoy what they're eating. It's not rocket science, okay? So overall, that burrito was better than the other one, that's for sure. I would get the chicken burrito over that grilled cheese burrito 10 times out of 10 if you had to choose. The chicken is good. I like it. It tastes very similar to the chicken nuggets that I had last fall, about a year ago. I don't mind those at all. In fact, I would say I'd rather just get the tenders. I think they sell the tenders like a 4-piece tenders. Just get the tenders in a dipping sauce. At Taco Bell, the tenders and the dipping sauce are better than everything else on the menu, apparently, which is hilarious because they're not a chicken place. But, but yeah, like there's no reason to have that in a burrito with just a little bit of veggie, no sauce. Like the sauce is so scared you can't taste it. What a joke. I will give that burrito a 2 out of 5. So these fries are a 2 out of 5. The chicken burrito was a 2 out of 5. The grilled cheese burrito was a 1 out of 5. And I spent, after all things considered, almost $30. Okay. What's happening to fast food? What is going on? I really want to know. Because it's not quick anymore. They take forever to make it. It's not cheap anymore. They charge you an arm and a leg for it. And it doesn't taste good. They put no care into it. Like maybe that burrito would have been good if it did have the amount of hot sauce, the even distribution of ingredients. They just don't try. By the way, they're paying an insanely high minimum wage in the United States now for fast food workers. When I was a kid, I used to get paid $5 an hour. Do you want to know what they're getting paid now here where I live? $22 an hour. So, what exactly is going on? Why are people even buying it? Like for me, I'll tell you why I bought it. Because I do a series called DSP Tries It, right? If I didn't do this series, I would never have gone to Taco Bell and tried any of this menu. There's no chance in hell I would have done that and spent that much money for something that I had a feeling was awful. Okay? Why on earth would anyone go to Taco Bell? Don't you have a restaurant near you that's better? A Mexican restaurant or a Hispanic restaurant? Hell, even if you can't get Mexican, isn't there a better restaurant that would probably have similar prices? Literally, I had 2 wraps, not even burritos, and fries that are disgusting. It was $30. Can't you get a nice big meal somewhere? I'm lost. I'm confused. You know, when I started this series almost 15 years ago, okay, when I went to a fast food place to try a new item, there was something distinctly different about it. Don't you remember the KFC Double Down? How unique that was? 2 chicken breasts with bacon and cheese and sauce slathered together. Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting. But at least it was something special, right? Like, wow, they really went crazy on this. When there was a new burger, there was a really interesting new component that they would put on there. Now it's like, here's the component, the sauce, but we don't put any on there. I mean, we just did Popeye's Hot Ones meal. They didn't give me any Hot Ones sauce with the Hot Ones meal. This is what we're paying for. I'm so flabbergasted at what has happened with American fast food in the last like 5 to 10 years. Like, what has happened? How are we on this kind of a downward slope at this point? I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping that out of the 3 things I tried today, I would like one. Nothing there is delicious. There's no reason okay. I don't usually do this on the show. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to implore everyone watching this episode. Please do not go to Taco Bell and buy any of the 3 items that I just tried. I know that sometimes you watch this show and you're like inspired, but I want to try it now. Do yourself and your body a favor. Do not go to Taco Bell and buy any of this garbage. That is overpriced, underwhelming, way mismade, garbage, slop food. You can make better food yourself at home for half the price. You could right now go next door to your neighbor's house, open their trash can, pull their leftovers out from last night, go home and make yourself something better than what I just ate. There's no reason to go there and eat this crap. Okay? Because it's weird. I keep asking people what's new in fast food that we could do for DSP Tries It. And they say, oh, try the Hot Ones meal. Oh, try the steak nuggets. Oh, try this new, Taco Bell meal. And I try, I'm like, what is this? This is insane. When will we actually have a good meal on this show that's not from a real restaurant? We used to. Like, no lie, DSP Tries It. There used to actually be episodes with good food. I'm waiting. Like, when is it going to happen? I've had enough. I'm putting my foot down. Don't go to Taco Bell and don't get this food. Don't do it. You'll be doing yourself a disservice. You'll be doing food connoisseurs. You'll be doing a disservice to the American people and the human race as a whole if you go to Taco Bell and you buy this stuff. It's awful. Okay? Seriously. I can't take it anymore. We got to find something better for next time, but I already know with our options, we probably ain't gonna. All right, well, I hope that you had fun with this episode of DSP Tries It, okay? I mean, I'm in hell. I'm stuck in fast food hell. Anyway, I hope you liked the show. DSP Tries It. The ideas that we came up for next time, one is going to be like a Thanksgiving-themed sub from a local sub place. Also, I haven't been to a place like Domino's Pizza in so many years that I wanted to give it a try because they have some new stuff. Maybe they've turned it around. Probably not. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys again for your support. Understand, even though I joke, I do like doing this show. I hope that you got a laugh out of it. And I will see you next time on DSP Tries It.